Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be an updated review of my Graco Ready2grow Click Connect double stroller. So this stroller will run you around $200 and is perfect for your growing family as it has 12 different seating options, although there's only about 5 that I find myself actually using. And right now with having a 4-month-old and a 3-year-old, I'm only using one, which is the car seat in the upper part facing towards me, and then the toddler is down below since it has a slight stadium seating to it. If you guys missed my initial video, I did do a first impressions review of the stroller when I first got it in. You see me unboxing it and putting it together, which was fairly easy. So if you want to see that video, I'll go ahead and link it in the description box as well as the cards up above, so you can definitely go ahead and check that video out after or before this one and then come back to this one. So I thought it'd be best to show you what it's like in the moment when you're actually using it at a store. So I did have to run an errand at Walmart today, so I went ahead and showed you guys what it looks like to walk with it, how much room you have in it, how much leg room my toddler has in the front seat, the storage underneath on the basket seat as well. Okay guys, I'm trying to turn this really hard with one hand and I never realized how hard it actually is to turn. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like in my trunk. It is like no room. Also, I had to put the camera down because I was having trouble getting it into the car. So I don't know if you can tell the way the wheels are, if they're not perfectly like inwards. Before you collapse it, it gives it like no room to spare, so this was getting caught on the top of my trunk, and this one is literally right now stuck, so I'm gonna have to pull it out, open it back up, and then readjust the wheels before closing it right now. So I just wanted to let you guys know, if you have a smaller car, these are the things you're gonna have to deal with the stroller and a smaller trunk. Alright guys, now that I showed you what it's going to look like when you use it, I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of the things that I do and don't like about this stroller. Alright, to jump right in for starters, I do not like how hard it is to get it in and out of my trunk. You guys saw me struggling to put it in the trunk. I was struggling even more at the grocery store, and to tell you the truth, this is one of the things that keeps me from using the stroller even more. I do have a smaller size sedan, which is probably something you don't want to get when you're trying to grow your family and you have multiples, just because trunk space is limited to begin with. But if I know, especially if I'm going to the grocery store, I have to grab a lot of items or bigger ticket items at the store, I definitely do not bring my double stroller with me. I leave it at home, and then I just baby wear Ezra, and then Aria will go into the shopping cart, or we will hold her hand while we walk through the store. So this does not get as much use as I would have thought I would have gotten it in, and just for their ages, it's just easier to baby wear him right now anyways. Okay, another thing I had someone ask me about the spacing. I'm about 5'4", so I don't find myself running into this. You guys can see like the leg room, but I do walk with my hands pretty far out, When I'm up against it though, it does bring me in a little bit closer, but I'm still able to walk without hitting it. But I just want to note that I actually have a part taken off because I don't use it right now and I just needed that extra space to stick it into my trunk. Okay, so this part is the standing portion, and so it goes right onto here, if I can get this right. All right, so you just clip it on, which is pretty easy. I don't think I could do it one-handed though. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, I did, okay. So you are able to do it one-handed if you're brave enough. It does go up over the wheel, so it's not gonna hit or anything. And then I actually don't know what this extra portion is, but I don't know if you guys can tell. That extra scraping and stuff, was it hitting my trunk at the top trying to get it in? If this wasn't here, it would have been perfect, but because this little piece sticks out, it made it really hard to get in and out of my trunk, actually like nearly impossible. So although it doesn't add extra spacing that much, I'm afraid if you're taller, you may hit it because it does it would hit my ankle. But I don't have any issues with it. My biggest issue was this part sticking out and it hitting my trunk. So if you do have a smaller size sedan and if your child does not use this is for the standing portion. If you have a toddler who wants to stand, you can just put this up there and then this would have to be removed. They can do that, but she doesn't do that. She'd rather just hold her hand. So I just remove that piece altogether. All right, another thing I find is, if you guys notice here, this is fully back, but when I stick the car seat on top, this kind of pushes forward. It's not that big of a deal, but it doesn't collapse all the way back, which this is where Aria would sit at. So let me just show you guys that real quick. So Ezra is totally asleep while I do this. So if you guys notice, I did have to curve it in under the handlebar just slightly to get it on there to lock. It does lock perfectly. I don't know if you guys can see onto the bar right here. You cannot use the tall visor for it, which, I mean, the car seat has a visor itself, so that's not a problem. But it does stop this visor from going all the way back because it hits onto the car seat. So this is pretty much what your child's gonna look like. It's never gonna be fully extended out, and they'll just have the slight visor here. It kind of looks wonky in my opinion, but you do have the top visor to play with to give them more shade because this seat goes all the way back, and I'm afraid that it is going to cause sunlight to come in if you guys are like outside at the fair or anything like that. All right, before I take this off, let me just show you guys. So there is a red button, or it's not really a button, but like a lever, or I don't know. Basically it's a release latch. So if you guys see that's moving, this is the same way you get it in and out of the base. This car seat did not come with it. That was asked last time, but this is the Graco Snug Ride 30, which is one of the compatible car seats for the stroller. I don't think this color is available anymore. I forgot which one I got. One's Gotham and one's like a Windsor or something. I think the stroller is the color Gotham. They didn't have the matching one, so I just got the Windsor. But I will link them both below if I can still find them because they were on sale and I think they were like running out of this color. But they still have these available in other colors as well. Okay, I actually would have to need to get my instructions to see exactly what all of these pieces are. We basically modified this to how we were using it, again, because of trunk space. We just didn't have the room, but for this exactly, I know that I think this is a headrest that goes there. Pretty sure this seat goes on here because this is one of like the seating options or portions, and this is like another cushion as well. But I took them all off because, so it initially went this way, so you had the extra cushion, so when Ezra gets a little bit older, I can still have him sit without the car seat and he can still face me. It puts him away from Aria. This was very important for me because when I was growing up, I had two brothers who liked to fight a lot, and my parents had ones that were front and back this way, and they faced the same way, so whoever was in the back would kick the person in the front, or you can face them like together, and if they were facing each other that way, they were just constantly fighting. So that's something I did not want want. Luckily, my kids actually get along a lot better than my brothers did, but it was still important to me to have them faced away from each other because honestly, siblings just need time away, and it just makes my life a little bit easier, and I do like being able to see my child as well. Also, when he gets a little bit older, if Aria wanted to sit back here and see me, I can do that too. But you can't have this on when you go to put the car seat on there. So I got tired of flipping this over because it's Velcro, and then folding this down, and then having to worry about it slipping out. It was just easier for me to take this off for right now. So it does come all the way off, and I just found this to be the easier seating option while I was just using it for a car seat instead of using it for either child. Obviously, as he gets a little bit older and I no longer put the car seat on there, I will definitely be putting this back, so this way either kid can decide where they want to sit, but I won't be messing with this because the car seat will no longer be sitting on here as well. And then as far as the basket goes, if you guys saw, it's actually really deep, how it goes all the way back as well. It does have a hard base. You can see it kind of slumps because I've added some heavier items on here too, like canned goods from going grocery shopping, but it was like more like this. So it does have a little indent now, so that will happen if you put heavier items on here. I think there is a weight limit and I don't see it right now. I just know you don't want to stick your child in here. That's not what the seat is for. This is only for storage. The only thing I don't like is I feel like this guardrail, or the thing that's supposed to keep your stuff from falling out, it's not that big. I mean, it's about the size of my hand, and I don't feel like that's enough room to keep things from falling out. So you have to strategically like place boxes here if you're like going grocery shopping or, you know, shopping at Target or whatever. So this way anything doesn't fall out of here. But it does have rails on the side that go up pretty high with a mesh tent, and like you guys saw, I put stuff coming this way so my hand fits and items fit there. I just wish there was a bigger mesh part that came up larger here. They could have easily have done it. I mean, there's the second bar if they left a little bit of an opening, so I don't understand why it's just such a small little flap that's supposed to keep your stuff safe in here. But I did want to go over this seat here. So as you can tell, it kind of goes all the way up. I don't know why you would ever put it all the way like this. It's basically just for when you fold it down. But if you look back here, this is how you're going to tighten your seat to sit up, or you can release by pressing this button down. So if you hold this button down, it lets your child collapse. It does say that it folds all the way down, but this is as far as it goes down. So to me, that's not all the way down, but it is reclined back enough. It does use the words recline flat, and that's not flat to me, so I just wanted to clarify that for you guys. And then to easily put it back up to seat your child upwards, the tab that you saw here, so that's the tab to push it down, and then it folds back. There's a tab right here. You just pull it up, and then that's what locks it into place. So there's actually only one cup holder, which my last one, I think I got the baby trend, had 2 cup holders, but this cup holder, guys, does not hold much. So on this side here, I usually just put my phone, but it doesn't fit that way. So my phone will just kind of be propped up this way. So yeah, my keys will go in here. So anything flat will just kind of tuck inside there. But for the cup holder, if this is a big deal to you, then it might be a deal breaker. But I mean, this is a venti cup at Starbucks. So it's one of the reusable ones. Someone asked if it hits. It's pretty far away. It doesn't ever hit this. And it fits in there perfectly. It's like they only made it for Starbucks lovers, because only Starbucks cups fit in here just right. Again, it's Starbucks, and it seems to fit perfectly in here. And again, it doesn't touch anywhere near the handlebar at all. And then I know a lot of people do water Zacks. This is a Zac. I know Yetis have like the same type of frame. Don't even think about putting those in there because it will not work. So if you're trying to take this out, which it's not a jogging stroller, so I wouldn't take it out running or anything, but if you're like walking around the neighborhood and you want your water, I would just do a smaller water bottle, because these types of tumblers are not going to fit into that tiny little cup holder. Because I know I talked about this last time, but I just want to re-show it again just in case you didn't see that first video. So this is how you collapse the stroller. So as you can tell, it doesn't move here. There is a gray little latch button here. All right, so this gray latch, you can do this one-handed. So you just push towards the stroller or inwards, and then it'll twist up. And then it does say it basically has a self-standing, but I don't find this is self-standing unless you're pushing from the other way, but you can go ahead and do this one-handed. So to do it, I kind of lift upwards a little bit. I do have to go on my toes because I'm kind of short. It would help if I locked. Oh, this is the lock bar. So up is unlocked, down, it's locked. I'm gonna put the camera down so you guys can actually see me do this. Another thing I always forget, this has to be all the way down. That's why I wasn't collapsing. If it's up here, it gets stuck and then it's really hard. So you wanna make sure both of the visors are down this way. So then when you twist, again, it says it's self-standing, but it does fall. I don't know how it would ever self-stand because that's how it always falls for me. Even trying to balance it, it doesn't stand by itself. I don't know what they're talking about. If you have this and you can figure out the self-standing, please let me know because I can never figure it out. And then this is what I was talking about in the car. You just want to make sure these wheels are flat this way and not that the bar is going in between these. This way it fits into your car a little bit better. So the wheels should look like eyeballs like that. And then to open up, you don't need to retwist that. There's a little latch on the side here. It's only on one side. So once you pick it up, there's like a little button that it hooks onto. So just pick it up and you can honestly just push it. But again, this little latch here, you can just pull it this way, push, and then as you hold it, it'll just kind of collapse and stand up straight. Again, this thing is her footrest. It always falls off. So this is just something we keep in the car because as you can tell in the store, her feet just kind of dangle over it anyways. And it's just a headache putting it back on. It just doesn't clip onto there like strong enough, just like the back footrest fell off as well. All right guys, but I hope this video kind of helped you out. I'm like tired from doing all that, like legit sweating. It's such a workout. But I mean, I think it's a very affordable stroller for just under $200. I did get it on sale at Target during their trade-in event. So if you trade in your old stroller, or I think it's just your old car seat, I'm not sure about stroller, but if you trade in your old car seat, they give you a 20% off coupon towards new baby products, which is like a new stroller, a new car seat, or baby gear such as like playpens, swings, bouncers, and things like that. So we got that deal, and then they were doing a 20% off baby products anyways. So I just make sure with Target you can stack coupons, so whenever there's a big like baby sale, that's when I normally buy our big ticket items for babies. So I think I got the stroller and the car seat for less than like $180 altogether. But originally it still is under $200 anyways, and on Amazon you can get them like used in really, really good condition for about $130 if you want to go that route too. But like I said, it's just really good for like a growing family because it has so many different seating options, even though I'll probably use like 3 or 4, maybe 5. When I was looking on there, I was like, I don't see me using any more than the 5 different seating options because I know my kids and they'd rather just walk. But I like the stroller. It's just those little things such as like I just don't have the right car for it. If you have a bigger car, truck, SUV, crossover type thing with like hatchbacks, you're gonna be fine. If you have a sedan with a smaller trunk, you may struggle, but if you just take off any of the things you're not using, it may make it a little bit easier. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that I missed that you need me to go over or answer questions for you. I'd be happy to do that. Or if you have the stroller, let me know something that I missed or something that you love. So if someone's watching this video, they can get a little bit more help when it comes to deciding on getting the stroller or not. But as always, guys, I love you and I will see you in the next one.